Hi, okay, gonna do a short 20-minute Pilates class, beginning with Joseph Pilates' first exercises that he created, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to keep these videos short, around 20 minutes. So if you want to work more, then obviously do another class as well. But 20 minutes should be nice and easy for you to slot into your daily routine. So come to the front of your mat to begin. Sit nice and tall, hold onto the shins, lengthen your spine, bring the arms out in front of you, palms facing. This is so I want you to get used to the positioning of your spine. So lengthen up, imagine someone's pulling a string through the top of your head. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth and engage your core. Then slowly lean back one vertebrae at a time, so you're hollowing out that belly, causing a nice C shape in the bottom of your back. Pause here for a second just so you feel those abdominals working. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in again through the nose, breathe out and roll down one vertebrae at a time and bring your arms by your sides. So Pilates ABC, alignment, breathing, core. So try and make sure with all of your exercises you're in alignment. So from now, your arms are by your sides, your shoulders are relaxed, your head and neck and chest are relaxed. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth and engage your core. So imagine pulling your belly button through tight to the spine. Breathe in again. Breathe out as you lift your head and shoulders and reach for your toes. So you're engaging the shoulder blades, sending the shoulder blades back and down and lengthening, looking straight through your knees. Breathe in again. Breathe out, extend one leg and the other and begin to pulse the arms up and down. So this exercise is called the 100. If you find this is too intense on the stomach, you can keep your legs bent. Or you can straighten one and then the other. So keep breathing, keep that core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend one leg, then the other, and relax down. With all of these exercises, when I say relax down, always bend one leg and then the other. Avoid bending both at the same time because it will arch your back and potentially hurt your back. Let's go again. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, lift the head and shoulders, reaching for the toes, shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, exhale, straighten one leg, then the other, and let's go. Pulsing the arms up and down as you're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing in and keep breathing out. Let's go. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Bend one leg and the other and rest down. Maybe turn your head from left to right, release the neck, wiggle the shoulders, do whatever you feel you need to do. We're going to do this one more time. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, lift the head and shoulders and reach for those feet. Breathe in again, breathe out, straighten one leg and the other, and let's pulse. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, looking straight ahead between the legs all the time. Instead, if your back begins to hurt, you can bend one leg and the other, or keep them straight. You can adapt these exercises to suit you. Let's breathe in, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, bend one leg and the other, and rest down. Beautiful. If you like, hug your knees and rock side to side. So if at any point you want to rest, bringing the knees into the chest and rocking side to side is always a good one, especially for your back. And now we're going to move on to the shoulder bridge, which mobilizes our spine, strengthening the glutes and improving your alignment. So bringing the heels slightly closer to the bottom, depending on the length of your arms, your fingertips might be able to touch your heels. Again, make sure that your chest, neck and head are completely relaxed. So it's always very common to see people tensing up here. So relax those shoulder blades down. If you find it hard to relax, take the arms out wide and that should help. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, and then first action here is tucking the pelvis. So flattening that lumbar into the mat, then using the strength of your glutes, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Quads are lengthened, glutes are engaged, hips are up to the sky or the ceiling depending on where you are. Breathe in and breathe out as you roll down one vertebrae at a time, untucking the pelvis last. So I'm not sure, sorry, the sun's just come out. I'm not sure if you can see that. So if I move my t-shirt up, you can see the arch in my back. I do have quite an exaggerated curve, but that action is that flattening the lumbar into the mat, and that's what you're doing at both the beginning and the end of this exercise. I'll leave my t-shirt up just for this next one so that you can see. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, tuck the pelvis, flattening that lumbar into the mat, using those glutes, coming up into the shoulder bridge, lengthening those quads and hip flexors. Stay here for a couple of breaths, and then inhale and exhale, come down one vertebrae at a time, keeping the core engaged, and lastly, untucking the pelvis and seeing that arch come back. Inhale, exhale, engage the core, and up you come. Sending those hips nice and high, squeezing the glutes. Breathe in and breathe out, coming down one vertebrae at a time. If you want to progress this exercise, inhale, exhale, engage the core, tuck the pelvis, come up one vertebrae at a time. Then either stay here or to progress, bring the arms above the head. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, come down one vertebrae at a time, and just as you're about to untuck the pelvis, your arms come over, back by your sides. So let's do that variation. You can go with whichever one works for you. Breathe in, breathe out, engage the core, tuck the pelvis, up you come, nice and high, bring the arms above the head. Breathe in here. And breathe out as you roll down one vertebrae at a time, bringing the arms over. And now you can drop your knees from left to right to stretch out. Sorry guys, just going to have to put my sunglasses on. That's better. Hopefully you can all still see me on this video. Right, we're going to move on to side bend, strengthening our core and our shoulders. So no matter how advanced you are with your side planks, the side bend can still work the shoulder girdle. Make sure that you have your elbow directly underneath the shoulder. Your palm is flat on the mat. Your knees are stacked, your ankles are stacked, your heels are in line with your bottom and your elbow. I like to use my mat as a ruler. So you've got everything in line with the back of your mat, maybe an inch away. Make sure both of your hips are facing forward and that you're not leaning back so that one of them's facing the ceiling, as would be your shoulder. So everything's facing forward. I'm on my right hand side. My left hand is on the mat, and all we're going to do from here, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, and by doing that you're also going to be lifting up the obliques so you're not sagging into the mat, and that is strengthening the shoulder girdle straight away. And then inhale as you float up and exhale as you come back down. Just imagine that somebody's lifting you up from the hip and slowly lowering down. So at this speed, inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you come down. Nice small movement, but making sure those obliques are lifted throughout and that you're not sinking into this position. So no dropping, keeping that shoulder lifted and obliques lifted. Breathing in and out. We're going to do this one more time and then we're going to change sides. So inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down, and change sides. You can, of course, with this entire video, if you want to do more of each exercise, press pause, continue, and then move on to the next one. So, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, palm of your hand on the mat, heels in line with your bottom and your shoulder, knees are stacked, hips facing forward, shoulders facing forward. I'm on my left hand side, my right hand is in front of me on the back. Obliques, which are your side abdominals, are lifted. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, and then breathe in again as you float up, and breathe out as you come down. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathing in, and out. Let's go again. Breathe in, and out. Two more. Breathe in as you lift up and breathe out. Last time. Breathe in and breathe out. Fantastic. Maybe roll your shoulders in between or shrug and shake, whichever works best for you. From the side bend, we're going to stick with our shoulders and we're going to come to a push-up. Make sure your hands are mat width apart. Cross your ankles, and then from here bring your pelvis towards the mat. So you've got a nice flat shape like a reverse plank. So a nice straight line from the top of your head, down your spine, through your tailbone to your heels. So you're making sure your bottom isn't up there and you're not over dropping down either. So arms nice and wide, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, breathe in again and breathe out as your nose comes to the mat, and breathe in. For 1, we're going to do 10. 2, keep those core muscles engaged. 3, and imagine you're pushing the floor away. I know that sounds quite strange because you have to, but if you think about it, then sometimes you can work those muscles even more. So that's 5. Should be able to feel it by now. 6. Trying to get the nose all the way to the mat for 7. 3 to go. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Sit back onto your heels. And again, maybe roll your shoulders. Now would be a good opportunity to pause the video and do a second set. Or you're going to move on to the next exercise, which is the swan dive. The purpose of this exercise is to mobilize your thoracic vertebrae, which is around your bra line. So hands are in front in line with your head, your arms are bent. Bring your big toes and legs together. Then let your heels drop out to the floor. Now with all back extensions, you want to try and make sure that your glutes and your legs stay as relaxed as possible. As you raise your back, it's very easy to start tensing the glutes and the legs. So be mindful of that and try and keep them relaxed down. Also, I want you to think about lengthening your neck. So when you lift up, avoid looking around the room. Keep your eyes down on the mat. So, arms are bent, forehead on the mat, big toes are together, heels have fallen out to the side. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, engage the core, and then breathe in as you lift up, and breathe out as you stay here. Breathe in again, and then breathe out as you come back down. So we're doing 4 breaths. Inhale, lifting the chest off the mat. Exhale as you lengthen the spine. Imagine trying to get your head as far away from your neck as possible, which might sound strange, but that will help you lengthen, create space between the vertebrae. Inhale again and exhale as you come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale and exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale and exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen away. Inhale again and exhale, release. Turn your head to the side. Stay here for a few breaths. Then tuck your toes under, bring your hands in line with your chest and push yourself up and over. You can push yourself into child's pose. Activate the fingers into the mat, spread those fingers, push your bottom towards your heels. And then come up and come to sitting. For this exercise, the spinal twist, you can sit however's most comfortable for you. So some people aren't at all comfortable sitting cross-legged, so if that's the case for you, you can have your legs, both legs straight out in front of you. You can have one leg straight, one leg bent, whichever is most comfortable. The important thing with this exercise is keeping the spine lengthened and also making sure that you're sitting on those sits bones, the two little bony processes at the bottom of your pelvis. I'm going to sit cross-legged. So on those sits bones, lengthen the spine, bring your hands together, and you're going to place your thumbs on your chest and your fingers on your chin. The reason you're going to do this is to make sure that your body moves as one unit. Without it, you can be tempted to turn your head and then your body, but we want to move as one. The instructions for this exercise sound a little bit weird because you're lengthening, you're twisting and you're separating. So it might take a few times, a few goes to get used to it. Fabulous exercise for your back, anybody with a bad back. So fingers on the chin, thumbs on the chest, lift up and out from the waist. So imagine you're separating your vertebrae. You also at this point might feel your rib cage beginning to separate. Now it's at this point that some people start to lift their shoulders. Don't. Shoulders are back and down. It's the middle of your body that you're lifting and lengthening. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, engage the core and turn to your left. As far as you can, keeping your fingers on your chin and your thumbs on your chest. Breathe in as you come to the center. And breathe out as you turn to the right. Now everyone feels this in slightly different places. Breathe in to the center, breathe out to the right. It all depends on where you're tight. So you might feel it down your rib cage, you might feel it in your spine, in your lumbar, in your thoracic, wherever. As long as you can feel it mobilizing, turning that spine. Lifting up and out as you turn from one side to the center, breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Come to the center and relax. Beautiful exercise, one of my favorites. So we are rotating and mobilizing the thoracic. They're challenging your core because you're lifting out, and you're also using the obliques as you turn as well. We're going to finish with the roll up. So you're going to come to the front of your mat, feet are flat on the floor and feet are also hip width apart. I often hold my shins, that's because I find that it helps to get onto those sits bones to lengthen up through the spine. Arms are straight out in front, palms are facing. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, engage the core. I'm going to give you variations of this exercise. Breathe in, breathe out as you roll down one vertebra at a time. The breath is really important on this one. Bring the arms above the head, breathe in, and then breathe out as you roll back up to sitting over the sits bones to the top, lengthening up to the top of your head. If you're not able to do that without jerking, the regression, inhale, exhale, sitting back, hollowing out the belly. Slowly bring the hands onto the back of the thighs and hold those legs as you come down. Then bring the arms above the head, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hold onto your legs and use your fingers to walk yourself back up to sitting over those sits bones and lengthening up the spine. So you've got the version using your hands or just using your abs. Depends how often you've done Pilates, how strong that core is. Inhale, exhale, engage the core, arch back, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, bringing the arms above the head, take a deep breath in and exhale as you roll all the way back up. You won't get back up if you try and inhale, you must come up on an exhalation. Inhale, exhale, using the hands for help this time as you roll down, bringing the arms above the head. Inhale, exhale, using the fingers again to walk yourself up to sitting over those sits bones, lengthening up the spine. One more time. Inhale, exhale, lean back, using the muscles to come down one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling here and exhaling as you roll up, again keeping the shoulders back and down, and release. That's it. That's your 20-minute mini Pilates class over. You can, as I said, pause each exercise and keep going. Do at least 5 or 6 more of each exercise, or you can finish this here just as we've done it and move on to another 20-minute session.